Okay. We are recording now, by the way. So,
Perfect.
hello YouTube. Good day, morning, night, or whatever time of. It better not be 3 a.m. right now. But hello. I am sorry for not uploading videos for a little while. I was sick and I was feeling unmotivated because of said sickness. Magic the Gathering Arena has resurrected my spirits. After I lost a lot, actually. But I am back now. I am feeling great, so I expect to do more stuff. Today, we have a nice little live game assistance review thing. Sir, are you full screened right now?
Yeah. Can you see my
I
game?
Yes, but it's for some reason on a little thing. Can you change it to windowed borderless mode, maybe?
Uh,
Once
can I do
you're
that when I'm in game?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird right now. I see the game is only taking up a quarter of your screen, the
Oh,
top
that's a
left.
resolution thing. So if I just change the resolution, you'll be able to see the full thing.
Oh, okay, that would be perfect. Yes.
Okay.
So I was just like, is this lagging? What's going on? But yes,
Yeah.
so we are here. We're doing a live game review. The gentleman in question is a gold player. Currently, he is peaked platinum in another role, and I am excited to help him out. He said that he is having some trouble in the early game against invades and such. So that's what we're going to be focusing on here, and hopefully we can do a lot to help him out.
Okay. Is this better?
All right.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Is this any better?
It's good enough.
Okay. Cool. So I think when I use Discord, you might get a bit of a bad frame rate on my toaster, but we will see.
It's doable, man. That's okay.
Okay.
It
Cool.
looks very it looks very scuffed, but hey, man, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Oh, they just invaded my blue
Go ahead
and
and
killed the
full mute
toaster.
everyone.
Okay. Where should I start if he just stole my blue?
Just go to your wraiths.
Okay. And then should I put a ward somewhere?
Yeah, try to ward that river. Any kind of information on the enemy will be good. We
Yeah,
will
so
most
when I play
likely.
it,
You don't have time. You don't have time. You have to just start wraiths. That's okay.
like,
Go into the bush and then start wraiths the way I do.
yep.
Sick. All right, so do your thing. We didn't take a look at what's going on in this game. I see you have a Rumble versus Riven, which is a decent lane to gank, and Diana versus that girl, which is also a decent-ish lane to gank. I don't know what's going on in bot lane. Getting a little bit of lag. Okay, so we are playing here. This is actually a great game for you to get reviewed because we potentially lost a lot of jungle in the bottom side, depending on what they did. What is the enemy jungler? Who are we up
Vi.
against? What is it?
Vi?
Vi. Okay, awesome. Um,
Yeah, Vi is another one that I always lose to, so this is good.
yeah, it's oh, she is? Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
For future reference, you should smite the red instead of the Krugs, just
okay.
because of the W timer, how it works out. But it doesn't matter that much. Not a big deal.
So where should I go now? Normally I would
Go
go to my
towards
bottom.
wolves, your wolves, and then go towards actually the opposite side, Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, because they're at
Oh,
Scuttle, right?
Vi. Okay, Vi has red buff only, right?
Yeah,
You see that.
and she's only got 12
12
CS, which
CS.
means
So you know what she did, kind of, based on
yeah,
that.
she probably did red wolves into Scuttle or red wraiths into Scuttle. So I'll check her wraiths.
No, you got to do the crab. Do the crab.
Oh, okay. Oh, she did this
She did
crab.
the
She did
crab.
crab
Okay, so
crab.
she did red wraith's crab. Go to your blue.
Wait, no, she did red crab crab. Her wraiths are up.
Oh, the crab is already dead on the other side? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Is it worth going to her Krugs after
Yes,
this?
very.
Okay.
Perfect. Well, then look at you go. Put down the ward there as you walk by too. Pink. No,
Oh,
in that
here?
bush. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Using the minions.
Hopefully you looked at the minions, and it sounds like you
Yep.
did. While you do this, check on bot lane. And you want to finish this camp because you're waiting for your W. And then you want to, when you start going bot lane, you want to spam ping them as you're going in, okay?
Okay.
And go through river. Go through river.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, go through river.
Wait, no.
Okay, they're going down. Never mind, yep. Flashy. Run. Your team fucked up. It's okay. They were supposed to be able to get her there.
Yeah, I could have autoed one more time and traded 1-for-1.
I don't think your auto does that much. Buy Fiendish Codex and then
Oh, okay.
go towards your bottom side.
Okay.
Right, it's gold. I should remember that. In a different elo, after you charm them, they would just flash up and kill them. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they didn't flash, so I find that sometimes my teammates will flash when I flash, and other times they won't.
Right, yeah. So that's actually my mistake. In lower elos in gold and stuff, you don't go for those kind of kills unless you know that you will kill them by yourself. So in gold, when you're looking for a gank and stuff, you're looking whether or not you can kill them yourself. Because the coordination that it requires to actually pull off like a tandem thing like that is too much. Now, you might be feeling bad about this game, but trust me, this is still very recoverable. You are 0-1. You are super behind. What you need to do is wait until level 6 and hopefully some item power spikes, and then pick a lane to gank.
So my FPS is also a little bit low right now than it normally is. I think I'm at like 25 or so when usually I play at 60. I think it might be Discord. It's fine.
Oh, yes, because you're screen capturing. Screen capturing is difficult, but that's just how it's going to go if we're trying to do a live game review. It's okay.
Yeah. Ooh, nice Q.
Now, you should still be watching laners as you do all this stuff. You should try to watch laners as much as you can. I've been trying to use the minimap to see that kind of stuff, but it's not as good. It's like mid lane right now needs attention because she's dying. So you want to see what's going on there if somebody used flash or something.
Or should I just go B?
No, you need to... You should ward, actually, because your camps... anywhere, really, that's okay. River is good.
Should I hold mid? Really is going B. I could probably get all that XP for free.
Yeah. Okay, she's backing off. The mid laner could potentially maybe kill you. So click on that ward and see who put it down.
How do you know who put it down?
The unit frame, there's a debuff on it, or a buff on it. Scroll over the buff before you kill it. Vi. Okay, so you know that Vi was around here.
Oh, that gave me my 6.
Awesome. So now as you're backing, look at the lanes. Press tab to see who is not feeding the hardest.
Aurelia, everyone else
mid lane, yep. So just buy your items now, which should probably be Dark Seal, yep. And go mid lane.
Okay, what about red and then mid?
Nope, so go mid lane.
Okay.
You need to affect the map as soon as you can. Red buff can potentially actually be gone already because you know that Vi was topside. And it's much more important to get your mid laner ahead. Oh, go to her, pat to her.
She's dead before I get there.
Yes, look at bot lane. Go bot lane. That sucks.
Ooh.
She might have needed to be pinged back there, but that's not really your fault.
Oh, there's a thresh.
Yeah, just run away, it's fine. Yeah. Does your mid lane have teleport? I'm assuming no.
Yeah, but it's on cooldown.
Cooldown, okay. Yep, just go towards bot lane.
Vi was just bot side at red.
Keep going bot lane. Actually, go mid lane, go mid lane, go mid lane. It's just safer. And then spam ping that you're on your way, yep. Now you know how to do this. W, then smite.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Get her. No, she saved the ultimate. You need to reset.
My bad. I thought we'd kill her without it.
ulti. Oh,
And
he
then
needs
flash.
ulti early. She fucked up too, so don't worry about it. Wait, I thought you full muted them.
Oh, what's full mute?
Oh, that's okay.
I just
Full mute mutes pings as well, so you don't see her spam pinging. She's silly because she didn't use her ultimate.
yeah. She did.
Well, she used it too late, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, and then Diana flashed, and then Vi interrupted my
yeah, it's okay.
dash, and it wasn't close enough. I could have flash ulted actually. That
Go
would have
top
gotten
lane.
it. Okay.
We're gonna try one more gank before we go proceed to full farm, because you still have your ultimate, so you're still kind of powerful. So W smite, no, go straight at him. You don't have time to fuck around. You just running straight at him. Don't W early. No, you're not in range of your smite. Not good. Ah, you had to waste your flash because of that. You should have fought for a little bit longer. Farm fast. Farm fast. No, Krugs. Go. Full clear. Full clear, and then recall by Runic, and then we'll see more what we can do. So you made a big mistake there. You cannot be using your W when you're that far away, because you know that he's going to run towards his tower, and you know that you're going to have to run towards him, so you do not want to use it that early.
Yeah. It's fair.
So
My red's gone.
Yep, don't worry about that. I'll write down notes for you, and then we'll go over it afterwards. You do that. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper. 1 second.
Sure.
We'll go over how to use W properly after this video is done.
Yeah.
Or after this game, rather. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people get W wrong. You have to do this as fast as possible. Don't wait for your W's when you're transitioning camps. Recall fast, buy, and run back mid lane. Actually, probably top lane.
Yeah, I'm thinking we camp the Riven.
Yeah, because, I mean, she proved herself. You got a kill, so might as well. Try not to use your ultimate on this gank, okay?
Okay. Then should I go around?
Wait until the last second, like right before you think you are dead, then use your ultimate. Or, you know, if he's trying to escape or something. But generally try to wait. Walk up to him, and then as soon as he can see you, W and smite him. Go. Walk at him. Walk at him. Walk at him.
Okay.
As soon as he can see you, W and smite. Stay on him. Stay on him. Perfect.
Wait, this Riven didn't do anything.
Yeah, she's stupid. That's unfortunate. It's okay.
I'm not.
I think you guys still get that fight, actually. That's awesome. Yeah, you get it. All right, so it's bad for you, but don't worry. You're going to go back towards Krugs, and you're going to do another full clear.
Towards Krugs, yeah.
Yep.
So bot tower is gone. We lost Dragon. Should I try and sneak Rift for Virus bottom? Okay.
Too risky. Doesn't give you enough. You can't use Rift because you're too far behind. You just got 3 kills, so that's really nice. The fact that you're getting power somewhere is really, really good. They should not be going to fight bot lane. I would suggest pinging them back.
Oh, she just got hooked by the crash.
Don't worry, keep farming. Okay, so
Should we get mid actually?
No. You can go defend mid. Drink a potion. Go now, your ultimate's coming back up.
Go where?
Mid. Try to get behind her.
Wait, there's no one helping.
She left. Yeah. Press. Do assist me. Assist me. Assist me. You can't do it by yourself.
Okay.
You should have waited. Go left. Cut off her escape routes. W and 8. You shoulder peaked. Okay. Alright. I will talk about camo usage and walls afterwards too, because you moved incorrectly. You knew that she could be there, so you were supposed to walk around that corner a little bit differently. It's all about where they could be and how to safely look around corners and stuff.
Yeah.
Boots?
Yep.
Bot side jungle farm.
Should I not group mate? I have flash and all.
Depends on how hard they push. You're still going bot side to get behind them.
Okay.
You only come from in front if you know that you can like force something. Get behind them. Yep. Perfect. Engage. Not on her. No.
Oh my god, I can't see. This is the frame rate.
FPS, yeah. Reset. Stealth.
Yeah.
This is good. Keep going.
Wait, where did I go?
Up. Smite. W. Don't forget your smites. Recall. Defend bot.
Okay. Needlessly large?
So that team fight we have to talk about. It's at 16 minutes.
Yep. My mouse is freaking out a little bit.
Okay. And we'll just talk about the early game in general too.
Yeah, this is...
Don't say no. Keep farming, go bot. Buy side jungle, buy side jungle, buy side jungle.
Do we know that she's not just waiting for me?
Who cares? If you die, you die. Keep getting that gold.
There's a dino right there.
Kill her.
Can we get it?
Oh, top. Don't fight that. Ping back, ping back, ping back. Oh boy. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. No! You're dead. Smite. Oh, you're not dead. She's out of range.
Oh, that's lucky.
You guys both got away. Jesus, you are lucky. Alright, look around. Survey your surroundings.
So my best bet is just get this pink ward.
Yeah, you can get that. It's pretty safe.
Yeah, now we run.
Run away.
Alright.
Get behind them, protect tier 2. Protect mid inhib. Ulti up. W their 80 carry. Try to get him.
Oh my god.
Ulti back. Nope.
I can't. I was stunned.
It's okay.
No, I think that that was another one of those things where like...
No problem. That's not a big deal. We don't even have to talk about that.
That's okay.
I think that's game. Dang, a short one. But still, a couple of things to note.
No, I think that there's definitely a few things that were misplaced.
Well,
but
we'll do at a different time. We'll do a VOD review for you because your computer can't really handle screen sharing. I should ask people about that before. Oh, okay. Wait a second.
Our Aurelia just got a quadra kill.
Yeah.
So
See, I told you
maybe
she was good. Assist me, Ping? No, you never reveal yourself when you can be killing people. So they're down 4. You definitely want to try to get the last one. Face check. Be ready to ult out. Keep running up. Oh, down.
Oh wow, she one-shot you earlier.
Oh yeah, that's that champion. Ooh, early W. No.
Oh.
She can kill you probably. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you got it.
Oh.
You got it. Okay, 800. That's worth it. Farm.
Yeah.
Jungle.
Go to the jungle to farm?
Yes. Check spawn timer on Baron.
20 seconds, go beat.
Go by. Now.
Finish my spellbinder.
Yep. Buy. Make sure. Oh, you have a pink ward. Okay. You're gonna. This is a Baron steal attempt. They will go for it. Do you know how to do it?
Yeah. Yeah. You go in around 2k E smite R. Although I don't have R.
You're gonna have to probably just flash in and then E smite. E does 400 damage. Smite does 600 damage. Don't go through the jungle. They will be waiting in the jungle. Go through mid lane.
Okay.
Top lane's having a team fight right now, actually.
Oh,
No. Okay. Yep. Don't fight her. Don't fight her. Go up. Grope with your team. Never try to fight tanks. Go back around behind. Kill Rumble. You have to make something happen now.
Okay.
No. 2 people dead. No, you can't go in. Wait for the towers. Okay. We'll talk about this too.
Oh, my laptop couldn't handle that.
Alright, GG. You are North America, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Can you type your name, your summoner name, into the chat we got going on here?
Yeah, sure.
And you can stop screen sharing as well.
Yeah. My laptop doesn't Yeah, I think the joint screen sharing made that tough, but I also think there were a fair amount of mistakes regardless of that.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. Don't worry. We got a couple of things to talk about here. You can see my screen now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So let's get the easy stuff out of the way. Let's talk really quick about walking around. This is just something that I can tell you, and once you know this, you'll probably not fuck it up in the future. You always want to try to see the enemy before they see. Oh, well, holy shit! I queued up for a game.
Yeah, you queued up on autopilot, dude. That's insane.
I'm good at this. That's so funny. My hands did all the work. I didn't even think about it. Okay. That's so funny. Okay, so walking around, you always want to try and have see the enemy team before they see you. So when you were trying to go for the Baron like surveillance or whatever, I told you to go through mid lane, because in mid lane you see the enemy and you're able to turn back right away. You actually fucked it up because you saw the Vi, you didn't turn away fast enough and she actually saw you. You never want that to happen, and you need to get those reflexes rolling so you can quickly turn.
Normally that doesn't happen. That is like
Alright, fair enough, whatever. But the pathing does matter, because that's not an FPS thing. So if you go into the jungle, they have a much higher chance of seeing you, because if they are in a bush, you will know that they see you, but they will see you at the same time as you see them.
Yeah.
And I think it happened around 15. I think this is actually it. Yeah, it is. So we look here, right? You at the current trajectory, we'll see each other at the same time, right? If we play this in slow motion, you see each other at the same time, and that is a very big issue. Now, if you, as the Evelynn, just chose to, instead of walking along here, to walk like this, now you see her before she sees you, okay? And that is very, very important, because a skill that you just have to get used to doing is positioning yourself in the way that they want to run towards, and then staying exactly at the maximum range of your camouflage. That's just something you have to get good at. And part of it is this, I called it a shoulder peek, and that's what I call it when you walk out around a corner and you're hugging it and you don't know what's over here. So you find an enemy. You should always try to to take wide turns so that you can see a lot more before you actually commit. This is a very notorious place for doing something like this. Another place that I always get fucked up is right here. I always try to walk around here and there's a guy right there. It sucks. So the proper way is to go like this. The proper way here is to go like this. So you don't want to peek this one or this one. So you just go like that. And the only thing you need to really check or have a risk of being discovered with is this bush. So you go around like that and you are able to get to Baron. So when I was talking about going and checking on Baron in the late game, like around here or something, I think, the reason I told you to go through the mid lane instead of the jungle is because you go here, it's a face check, or face check, face check, face check. Okay, so there's like a lot of bushes that you potentially can be found in. But if you go through the mid lane, they don't have vision here of you before you have vision of them. So you go through here, and you only realistically, if you do it right, have to face check right here. Another option, if you have more time, is just to run through the top lane, but it wasn't an option for you this game because they had already been pushing in the top lane. But you basically go through here, and you either go through try or through here. Something I've been doing recently is actually waiting here, and then to steal Barons, I've been standing here, and then I inch forward a little bit to here, and I can actually usually see Baron, even if it's pinked, and they usually can't see me, and it's like a really cool way of getting in there. This, by far, people have realized that Evelynn waits around the wall here and tries to steal it. So I've just been doing it from here, and it's been working wonders for me, actually. So that's Baron steals and shoulder peeking and using your camouflage. The goal is you see them before they see you.
Cool. I didn't think about the shoulder peeking thing, but then when I like replay back, I can think of a number of times I got killed off of not bushes, but just walking around shoulders.
Yeah, it's really, really big, and it's worse now than it was when Evelynn was first released, because back then they needed to see the middle of your model to see you, so you could see them before they saw you for a little bit. Now it's even playing field. Both people are revealed when the edge of the model is seen, so we don't have that luxury anymore. I had the luxury of kind of learning with training wheels, but they took that away. Okay, so that's camo and walls. Now, I think from this entire thing, the most important thing I will tell you is the next thing, and is how to use your W properly, because you were doing it wrong. First of all, there are a couple of things you need to think about when you think about using the W on the opponent. The first thing is, can the opponent kill me in 2.5 seconds? Basically, can they kill me before I get the charm off if they can see me the entire time? All right, so if we go to your kill on Rumble, probably here. So click here. So you should be asking yourself, can a level 8 Rumble kill me before 2.5 seconds? And the answer is, well, probably not. No. Usually early game champions, any champion, can't really kill you in 2.5 seconds, thankfully. Most guys. Some people can, maybe like LeBlanc or something. So that's the first thing you have to think about. Can they kill me in 2.5 seconds? The second thing you have to think about is where will they run when I press my W on them? Okay. So usually in lane, it's super obvious. They're going to try to run towards their tower. Some really, really good players will actually run towards the enemy tower, and it'll make sense in a second. But you're not going to find those in gold, I guarantee you. So those are the two things you have to think about as you gank. Where will they run, and can they kill me before my charm is ready? And the answer to both of those questions in this case is, well, the answer to those questions in this case is he cannot kill you in 2.5 seconds, and he will most likely run towards his tower. So when you were approaching him, you had two available options to you. One is to go down and face check these two bushes for pinks, and you don't know if they have it or not, but that was one. Get behind him, and then use your W. Once you're behind him, it's kind of like checkmate. He doesn't have anywhere to go. As soon as you W, as long as you're standing very close to him, depending on where he goes, you just shadow him, and then you walk in like towards the end. The second choice you had was a more aggressive option where you just come from the front, and it's a frontal assault. And I think that you should have done the frontal assault here. And that's what I told you to do, so that's kind of what you did. But you did it wrong. So here is how you're supposed to do the frontal assaults. Actually, I think you...
I did it the second time when we
it's right here, yeah.
Rumble,
so
where I died.
Yeah, I figure I remember that happened, so I might as well pull up the footage. So the first time you use your W like from here when the guy was right there, right? And what happens is once he is aware of your presence, he will start walking away. You will start walking towards him, and you will not close the distance between the two of you during that time. Now, what you did here, and you were trying to position for a safe gank, but I was like, fuck the safe gank, just go. You have to do it. And it's a little bit like questionable here because he already has a Leandry's Torment. He's got 2 levels on you and stuff. But if your Riven helped you, you wouldn't have really died. So I think that the frontal assault here is still good. So the W smite is perfect because as long as you're standing directly on top of him, no matter where he goes, even if he tries to flash, you just E him as soon as it's ready, and you got him, right? Now he was able to flash away that direction. There's the ultimate, so you have to worry about that. And there's a lot of stuff going on. You probably needed to, I think what you did here is you waited for all your hate spikes and you eat and ulted afterwards, but you should have realized that you're losing HP.
To get into E range, I think.
You weren't?
Because I was slowed by I wasn't in E range because I was slowed by the Rumble ult, so I couldn't get to him.
Let me see.
I think. So I just kept pressing Q till I could get to him, and then when I could E, I pressed R.
Right.
Let's check that.
I don't think so, but let's see. You autoed him, so that's not true.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But that's okay. That's fine, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
The approach here was a lot better, though, where you are able to get your charm off a lot more safely. You don't have to flash. Well, you probably would have flashed to follow his flash or whatever. But anyway, that's kind of what you're looking to do. So when you're doing W, you have to think about how quickly you die. You have to think about where they're going to be going. And then you have several options. You could try to do a maximum range Q W out of stealth. So that's the most safe option. That is going to be like trying to stand in their path of escape. You W and you shadow them extremely closely. Like you try to, this is one of the biggest things with Evelynn to learn to do is walking with people as close as humanly possible for your reactions to react to them, like moving back and then you move back and whatever, because you need to be as close to them as possible when your charm is ready so that you don't have to walk at them and waste the 2.5 seconds that you have to proc it. So that's option 1. Option 2 is the one that we just saw where it's like, I guess, wait, is there anything else besides that? Running at them with your W, staying stealth far away. I guess Maybe you could say there's a Flash version of it or something.
Yeah, the flash one is the one that we use in team fights to not
Yeah, whatever.
use
Anyway,
this.
those are the important ones, and you have to practice staying very close to them to proc your W out of stealth. Uh, and it's also important to note here that your Q range is a little bit larger than your stealth range, so you can Q out of stealth if they're walking towards you. It's a lot easier to land the Q than if they're walking away, just because of how movement works. Your projectile takes time to fly. So if they're walking towards you, they're reducing the amount of distance that the projectile has to fly. If they're walking away from you, it increases the amount of distance that the projectile has to fly. And that will determine whether or not you hit them. Usually, if somebody is walking away from you, you will not hit your Q out of stealth. They have to see you in order for your Q to catch up to them. If they're walking towards you or with you, then you can do it out of stealth and you will hit them as long as you aim it properly. And you need to get better at all of that kind of stuff. Any questions,
Yeah,
comments, anything?
I think that the two things that so what I always like to do whenever I'm learning things is to say it back to you,
Sure.
because otherwise I might have interpreted something completely wrong, and then I'll walk away and I'll lose all my games and I'll blame you.
Yep, totally
So,
fine. Go for it. And this will be on YouTube, so you could always watch it again and stuff. But yeah.
oh, that's true. That's true. Means I'll be YouTube famous. Anyways,
Yes.
so what you're saying is that when I use my W, I did it twice this game. The first time I was too far away, right? And so if I'm going to do a frontal assault, I have to wait till I'm in smite range, and then W smite and then run at them like I did the second time. But the second time I probably shouldn't have done it because Rumble had a Leandri's, so I should always check. So when I'm going to W someone, I have three options. I have the frontal assault that you were talking about. I have the go behind them or do it from stealth and proc it with Q, or I have the flash version, which we barely talked about. If I'm going to do the frontal assault, I have to ask myself, can they kill me in 2.5 seconds or less? If not, can I kill them when they're charmed? Right? And like in this case, I probably couldn't kill him when he's charmed alone. Same thing happened bot lane where we like couldn't kill them alone, and then our teammate didn't help, and so we ended up dying. And then as long as I do that, and the answer is they can't kill me and I can kill them, then I should just smite and run at them. And if the answer is they can kill me in 2.5 seconds, I have to do it from stealth and wrap around, or I just don't do it. Does that seem like a good summary, or did I miss something?
Correct. Yes, 100% right.
Okay, cool. And then yeah, so I think that was good. So I think
The last
the
thing I just want to say about that is that the frontal assault just has a higher chance of you successfully landing your charm and your Q and getting all your damage off.
okay,
The
right,
going
because you're
from
proccing.
because you're just in range of your auto attack and your E, and it's a lot easier to land your charm if you're in range.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what it boils down to. The going behind them is safer because they don't have the opportunity to deal damage to you. So yeah. And what were you gonna say?
Nice. No, I think that's the only other question I had is like, should I ever use it as a slow? Because
Yeah.
I never do, but
Yeah. So you use it as a slow in aggressive fashion when there's very little chances of you hitting the charm. So if Rumble is actually standing right here, you probably just have to slow him because by the time he's here, well, you don't really want to start damaging him under the tower. That's not going to work out very well for you. So you just slow him so that you have an easier time getting on top of him.
so if we were to like formalize this just for a rule of thumb, you say you have to ask yourself in 2.5 seconds, is he killable? And so if he's going to be under tower in 2.5 seconds, he's not killable. And so you just slow him and hope that you can kill him before he gets to the like runs away, I guess. So like, or is he 2.5 seconds away from safety? Is that like a good way to formalize it or no?
It's not, because there are other situations too. Like if you are 1v1ing a carry mid
Oh,
lane,
yeah.
and you are able to your damage without your ultimate is greater than their HP bar, you would not charm them because that gives them extra time and
To react.
awareness. So you just go in and you use the slowest part of your combo just to make sure they can't flash and run away from you. But you don't use the charm because that gives them extra time to get away. So what you really should be thinking about when deciding whether to use W for the charm or the slow is, can I kill them without it? Can I kill them without the charm? Can they get away from me before the charm is ready to proc? Those are the two things you're asking
Two
yourself.
questions. Okay, cool. So to say that back, it's just, can I kill them without charm? Because that's how I climbed from silver, is just sitting mid lane, late game, and then killing them without the charm.
Yep. Yeah.
When I was fed.
Usually 3 items is when that
Yeah.
starts. Death cap means
Yeah.
2.5. Death cap counts as 1.5 items, basically.
Yes. I used to go, what is it? Hextech, Proto Belt, and Death Cap, and then just sit mid. And it worked
Sounds
every
good.
game.
Yep.
Yeah. It was stupid.
Q out of stealth to hit it. Proto E ult works like a charm on everyone, including master tier games. You can do that forever, as long as they don't have magic resistance or health.
Yeah. It's when they get magic resistance and health that you feel sad.
Yep.
Anyway, so, or if they're a Sivir, that's the other one. But yeah.
No, Sivir's dead. You just
Okay.
smite her. As long the most important thing is that you Q out of stealth, so she can't block your Q. Your Q1 is 70% or like 65% of the damage of your Q ability, and your Q is like at least half the damage in your kit. So generally speaking, the way that it plays out is you Q them, you out of stealth, you W her as your Q is flying so that she becomes 70% whatever slowed as soon as it hits. And then while you're walking at them, you use your Qs and your E. Usually she will use your spell shield to prevent one of those, and it doesn't matter because it actually doesn't prevent a lot of damage. If she doesn't, then you can actually even save your smite for when you ultimate her, because then she will definitely use her shield. You just smite it off and you're done. Also, Sivir shield does not prevent your W from proccing unless you use your auto attack to proc it. So the way that it works is you have your W on her, she uses her shield, you use your Q, her shield absorbs your Q, it cannot absorb multiple spells, so your W stays and you just use a hate spike and it gets procced. You still lose the damage of your Q, of course, but yeah, Sivir is actually not too bad.
Yep. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's true.
tangent.
Or smite to hit the spell shield,
Yep.
but usually timing that's hard. Okay, cool. So, well, yeah, but yeah, yeah, that's fair. And then I think you covered most of that. The other thing you wanted to cover, and I don't know how much time you have, is the team fight at the end. So I think most of this W stuff, I reiterated it back.
Yeah, you'll
so
figure it out. You can look at it again, so let's not just spend too much time on it.
Yeah, the team fight at the end, I just got smashed, but I was also really behind there. So, but
it's not about like whether you won or lost it. It's about your intention and how you went about it. You know, that's what I wanted to talk about with the team fight. There's actually two things that I still want to talk about the early game a little bit, because this game wasn't a good example of it. Well, it was an okay example of it, but there's still some more things to be said, and I feel like I haven't gone over all of it. It is 4, so let me try to do this quick. 15 minutes. So
okay.
For this part, I'm just gonna tell you everything that you need to know, and we can talk about it more in chat later or whatever. Just for the actual session, I'm just gonna tell you what's going on, and then we'll
sure.
That. Let's go to the start of this team fight. This is about the start of the team fight. So looks like our carry is going in. One thing that I remembered, this isn't something we have to really talk about, but your camera movement is pretty rough. Like, I wasn't seeing what was going on in the fights for most of the time. You were just kind of looking at yourself for the entire time. So you definitely want to get better at just like being like, oh, what's going on here? And then like looking at towards what you're doing, what there, and at least like keep this kind of view. But anyway, after you saw the engage starting, you have to be thinking to yourself, I need to make something happen here. And I was saying to attack the 80 carry because usually the 80 carry is the easiest to kill. Normally the way that you would do these things is before the team fight happens, when you're walking out of base, you press tab to see who has what items. So you see Rumble has HP, you see Vi has HP. Plus, you have to remember Vi has a shield and probably Aftershock. Yep, she has Aftershock. So all of those things mean that she is extra tanky. You have their mid laner who has nothing, has 60 health. You
But
have
she's a Diana, right? With the double shield.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, she does have a shield, but Diana still usually pop pretty easy. This guy has literally nothing. He only has 80 HP. He does not have heal actually, but he might have had it. This guy has a lot of CC, Aftershock, tank, whatever. So you always want to make like a mental tier list for yourself. Vi and Thresh, obviously, you never want them to see you ever, because as soon as they do, they CC you, you die. Terrible time, bad idea. So everything you're doing in a team fight is you're trying to avoid them while getting into Q range of this guy. So right here, it probably would have actually been better for you to go through here because you kind of see a direct path where...
Well, so when I was going there was a Thresh sitting right there.
Let me see.
So I saw the Thresh, that's why I went around.
Maybe. Let me just double check. Thresh is there. All right, fair enough. Yeah, that's okay. Going around here is fine. I was wrong. But when you see this girl, you can't keep going around here. Basically, what you got to do is you got to let her pass by and then walk by. Because as soon as this kind of thing happens, you've already failed. Because you have not made it to this person's range without showing yourself to somebody else. And this will happen like 90% of the time where you just get CC'd, you can't really do much, and it doesn't work. I've tried so many things. I've tried to like ignore and use surprise factor or whatever. It does not work. If somebody sees you before you start engaging on the person, you fail. Your mission is donezo's. That's it. It won't work. Because I always say, or I always used to say, that Evelynn has no gap closers, but her stealth is her gap closer. All right. You have to be within range of your Q on your target before they see you, or else nothing will work out. So this is the biggest issue that I saw with this fight is you kind of committed and let her see you, which made things bad. Now, re-stealthing here is great. Walking here is good. Ward is good. Now, when you get here, if I were in your situation, would have just killed this guy, okay? Because he is nearby, and this guy still has his mobility stuff and whatever. And generally speaking, if you are... you got confused when you got pulled over to the other side. Yeah. When a fight is this close, you just want to get your damage off, right? It's walking past the Thresh and going towards this guy. That's going to take time, and it's just super risky. You don't know if your guys will die or what will happen if you try to do that. Okay, so here we re-stealth, I think. W to try and save that guy, and then I think you end up actually killing him here. Yes, and you didn't use your smite before. So this thing is the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about. This is just like a little thing. It's like, yes, you don't really want to target Thresh, but the chances of you getting on top of Lucian aren't that good. So you just should do your damage to Thresh in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I committed too late. By the time I eat him, he hit the blast cone, so my E went on cooldown.
Exactly. Anyway. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say about this. And one more minute, let's talk about early game and stuff. So after your guy died in the bottom side, you know that this is kind of like compromised. So ideally, you would want to put a ward down here and then take whatever camps you can in top side and then think about how you can invade the enemy. Generally speaking, what the enemy will do if they are like playing average or whatever, or somewhat smart, they will take your bot side jungle and then go to protect their top side jungle, because what they're worried about is you clearing your stuff and then going to their side of the jungle and taking it. So usually they will do that. And I've done this against the best players and stuff, and they usually go take this stuff, take maybe a scuttle crab, and then go towards their blue. So you can take your top side and then try to actually invade their wraith camp.
So that's what we did, right? Because we saw
Yeah.
that you took both scuttles.
Yep, that's what you ended up doing. Now, you got some more. This is like with zero information if you have nothing. You actually saw a little bit of information on where she was, so you got like more to work with. And I made the mistake here. I didn't realize that she took this scuttle crab. I didn't think that it was already taken, so I fucked up there. But you didn't. So you knew that you could invade. And that's really good. If you're thinking like this, then you will be really well off, right? Because if you're taking camps in the enemy jungle while they're trying to invade you and stuff, then you're going to get through your early game.
It's only every time I'm wrong that I lose. Like this time I was right, so it worked out. But there's times where like I'm completely wrong and I'll like predict where they are, and then I'll go to their wraith camp and they're right there and I die.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Well,
So
there's...
it's not that I don't try, it's that sometimes I'm just wrong and I lose.
I see.
And like certain champs can punish you really hard, like a Rengar will just one-shot you.
Oh, well, if you are at the same before 6, if you are in the same place as the enemy jungler and you don't have like a level advantage of them, and it's not like in the river or in your jungle and something like that, you basically failed. If you ever show up at the same place as them in their jungle, that's like catastrophic. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, no, exactly.
How
So like
did you do
if
that?
the Vi was here, now I was really confident about this, so it was okay. But
Right.
if the Vi was there, this could have gone really badly.
Well, the thing is, you don't invade if you're not sure that she's not there. And the way that you are able to, I mean, if you are in dire straits, like in this game, where you kind of feel like they started your blue and you're not going to have at least 5 camps. 5 camps is like the absolute minimum to survive. 6 camps is okay. That's like pretty average. 7 camps is like, damn, you're golden. You're great. If you get anything more than that, then like, what the hell is the enemy jungler doing? Are they AFK? Is this a remake? Okay, that's kind of the chart that you're looking at. If you are ever at 4 camps, you are hurting. So I wouldn't attempt this kind of invade just for fun, you know, when you have you're not being invaded, you're not doing anything, you're not really without information. If you have information on them like you did this game, this is totally fine. If you don't have information, then this might be a risky thing that you have to do to keep relevant. And in the early game, 0-1, you can still maybe do something. If you see like a opportunity, you can still take it. Maybe even an invade, maybe you can still take it. At 0-2, everything stops. Nothing else happens. At 0-2, you go and farm, you get 6, hit a power spike, try to make the game work. And that's what actually ended up happening in this game, I think, is you went 0-2.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's a good rule of thumb for you. What else? Right, I was going to talk about how to properly figure out your enemy's stuff. So the first thing you do when you see an enemy is you look at their buffs. If they have 2, you click on them and you look at the duration of the buffs. The one that has the bigger duration is the second one that they did. So that's the first piece of information you have to collect. Okay.
Right.
After that, you have to now. This second part is easier. You just press tab and you see how many camps they killed, and then based on those 2 things, you try to guess their path. If you can guess their path and you are pretty sure that that's what they did, then you can try to invade it if possible. If you can't quite guess it, then I wouldn't say like don't try to do something. It is nice to steal their camps, but it is worse to try to steal their camps and fail than not to try to steal their camps at all.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's how you go about it, because you said you were often wrong.
Yeah.
Check
Yeah,
the
I mean,
buffs.
I'm not often like recently like that's not an issue. So that was or it's much less an issue because I've been playing enough that like I'm pretty decent now at predicting it. Because especially like in higher gold, people are very predictable, I find.
Okay.
like the lower gold elos, I was having a hard time figuring
Yeah,
out
because
where
they
they.
don't know what they're doing.
But like in higher gold, it's like, oh yeah, okay, you're going here, and then you're gonna go there, then you're gonna go.
Right.
Like
As
people,
people get more efficient, they become more predictable.
yes, which means you
100%.
die less
Yep.
from random invades.
Yep.
Like, anyways, yeah, cool. And then is there anything else you wanted to point out?
Right. So the last thing that I wanted to mention is power spikes. So I already said about 0, 1, 0, 2, how to behave in those situations. At 6, oh, right. The last thing I wanted to mention is at 6, you wanted to go take red buff instead of gank. And that is just not something that you can do. And it's not just because of the ward and kind of me knowing that the enemy jungler was in your top side. There is a thing about Evelynn that you have to understand, and it is that enemy levels matter more than anything else. Because here's how things work. When an enemy levels up, they get about 100 HP worth of stuff. They get some like a 60 HP or something and a little bit of magic resistance. So they get 100 HP worth of stuff. If you remember correctly, Evelynn gets 55 damage for leveling up her Q. So the longer you wait, the harder it is to kill people. Every level matters, especially when you're 6 and the bot lane is 5. That matters a lot because they don't have their ultimates. Now, Evelynn gets a ridiculous amount of damage at level 6. That's why it's such a big power spike. You know, at level 6, without any items, level 3, you have 277 damage that is added to your kit, basically, because generally you're going to be ulting them below 30%, whatever. Not always,
Yeah.
but generally. I never use my ultimate ever before like at level 6 if they're not below 30. I just don't do it because I know it's not going to kill them ever.
Unless you're about to die, I guess.
Yeah, if you have to use it defensively, okay, but honestly, most of the time if you can flash and save your ultimate at level 6, that will matter because your first ultimate, if you get a kill with it, the chances of you winning are a lot higher than if you don't. This is your first big power spike, and you should try to make use of it. So yeah, the longer you wait, the more chances there are that the enemy will level up, have more HP, make it harder for you to gank them. Also, this game in particular is even doubly so because you're behind. So they had more time already to scale up and get experience and gold and HP and whatnot to prevent your ganks. So you want to go as fast as you can. And actually, little camps matter more than the big camps. So if you tried to go mid lane and nothing happened, and then you try to go bot lane and nothing happened, and you still have your ultimate up, I would actually say, okay, you have to go take your little camps because they're respawning. The little camps, you know, if you take all of them, that's like 450, 500 gold at least. So that's like a kill and a half. If you're trying to get a kill for like 2 minutes straight and you don't get anything, you're just hurting yourself more than anything else. If you were allowed to just straight farm, that's the best way to get fed. But generally speaking, we can't do that because we want to get the benefit of ganking is that you get some gold, sure, but your laners get ahead. That's the biggest thing. You always want to try to get your laners ahead because that gives you more time to farm your jungle and stuff. You know, if you can make them self-sufficient, then you can win the game through them and through having time to farm. So
yeah,
and the reason you want to do it as fast as possible at 6 is because of all the damage stuff that I said and whatever. So that's the number one thing you need to be looking for, that you will always, every single game, have to go out and try to make something happen at level 6.
So let me say that back. Or I guess I don't know if we have time, but just quickly,
No,
like the
just
level is the
you
most
can do
important
that in chat or whatever, and I'll make sure that you
Yeah,
have
sure.
the right thing. I just because I do have to do another one.
Yeah.
And the second one is your second ultimate and runic echoes. Oftentimes your second ultimate and runic echoes will come at the same time, sometimes not, but usually they will. So that's like the second really big power spike that you have. And if you haven't gotten a kill at your first power spike, you damn well have to get a kill at your second power spike. If you don't get that one, then things become a lot harder and you just have to stall and wait and see what happens, but oftentimes you'll probably lose. Now, that being said, if you get really proficient at using the function keys and looking at lanes and making sure you know what everything that's going on, you will find more kills outside of your power spikes because people just do stupid shit sometimes and it gets you fed. If you
Yeah,
get
especially in
fed,
gold.
yeah, especially in gold. If you get fed, now you don't have to work around your power spikes because you have extra gold, so that means extra ability power, extra damage, and those 100 HP plus on the enemy matter less and less and less and less. So if you're like 2 and 0, then you should probably still work around your ultimate and stuff. But usually, when you have your ultimate, you only need to use it to get kills and stuff. And oh, and that's another thing. Just as a caveat, just a side note, try to use your ultimate at the last second. Get good at that because if you don't use your ultimate to kill somebody in a gank, you can use it to kill the next person. You can gank right away.
Right.
So that's another thing. All right, that's basically everything I had for you, man.
That's a lot. So it's good.
Yep.
I will review all that.
Yep, you'll have the video online. I think this was very beneficial. I think the game was kind of bad, honestly, but I mean, we still got a lot of points out of it and stuff. So
Yeah, no, game went poorly, but that's okay.
yeah. So just a quick shout out to YouTube and stuff. If you guys actually made it through this hour and a half, then congratulations. That's insane. Usually people last for like 15 or 20 minutes, so that's impressive. I will try to get more of this kind of content out to you guys, and I will be uploading some other games as well. I've had good games over the past week, and I will get that to you guys. Again, I'm really sorry for not uploading much in these last 2 weeks, but I was sick. I had other things to do, and I really just couldn't. I didn't have the motivation and stuff to do it, so that's on me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it makes you better at Evelynn, League of Legends, whatever, and makes you think better in the right makes you think about more correct things during your games instead of your allies and whatever other bullshit people spend time thinking about during the game. I think of League of Legends as really like a strategy game, and I think people are sometimes bad at it because they get distracted a lot, and hopefully we'll help you guys look in the right direction. But that's it for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks.